Hey guys, back with another video. This one's going to be on feeling, extremely important. We cannot outpicture how we feel. And this is extremely important. I really need you to grasp this. If you started getting up earlier and you're reading and you're writing and you're doing all of these things I ask you to do, and I am so grateful and thankful, and I can't wait to hear all of the stories from the things on how your life has changed. And I promise you, it will change. You are on a journey, and you're going to start finding other people, and you might resonate with someone else more than you resonate with me. I just want you to change. I am fixated on helping as many people as I can change their paradigm before a traumatic experience happens. I believe these traumatic experiences happen to shock us into waking up. But we don't have to wait for the traumatic experience to happen. If that's all you take from me, please ponder on that and think about that. So feeling, right? And you really have to be honest with yourself when it comes to feeling, right? When we can look at money and measure that right down to the penny and kind of see, and that metric's really easy. When it comes to emotions and feeling, it's not as simple. You should be feeling a little bit better by now, for sure. A lot of you, that have been on the journey and have been journaling and getting this stuff out of you and working on yourself and looking at things and questioning these things and these beliefs that you have, and you're starting to notice that things are getting better and you're feeling better. Now, when someone cuts you off in traffic, you might still have a habit of reacting instead of responding and getting upset, right? These are tests. The thing about when you're changing feeling and emotions is you have to be tested to see if you've really grown. So you've been forgiving someone for 30 days, right? They're going to show up in your life as a test to see, how did you react? Did it crop up all these old feelings and beliefs? Or were you like, oh, hey, how's it going? I hope you're doing well, right? That's how you can gauge where you're at. Right? You can sit here till you're blue in the face and forgive someone, but if you never see them again to understand, and some people you're forgiven might be dead, right? I understand that. I'm talking about people that are still living, and right? Some of these things you're going to be tested with, and it's going to, instead of being upset because you got upset, just write it down. Hey, I saw so-and-so today. I've been working trying to forgive them. It looks like I'm still holding a resentment to them. It's not that big a deal. So you just keep going. You just keep trying to forgive them, right? Once you get rid of a lot of these things that are in us, right? Feeling. So if you're feeling like you need something, or if you're feeling like you're missing something, that's what's going to come back to you, right? These feelings are like boomerangs. We have a thought float in. Two things we can do: negative, positive. We get to choose. Right? Energy comes in, it just is. It's just a thought. We can also create thought, right? Pay attention. We can create thoughts, or we can wait for thoughts to float in, right? From our past or a future, something that we're worried about, right? And you're going to notice that the unconscious thoughts pop in a lot of times when we're driving or we're not paying attention. We're not in the present moment, right? We will catch ourselves wandering off on and creating a story with self-talk about the same thing over and over and over. And if you write it down every time or record it, like I've asked, you become very aware of how much you're doing this. It is a lot of your day. You're just unaware that you're doing that. So you really start looking at the feeling. Okay, I have this thought in my past that I keep playing over and over and over again, and I keep giving it massive feeling, right? And it's like a boomerang. It has to come back. So it goes in, subconscious starts creating it, and here it comes in the physical again. So if you keep thinking the next relationship's going to be just like the last one, or if you keep saying, I just don't know how to pick the right partner, or if you keep saying, every job that I get just pays me peanuts, or if you keep looking in the mirror and saying I'm ugly, or if you keep saying my car keeps breaking down, right? Your subconscious doesn't know that's not what you want. It knows that's what's the most thing on your mind. Every time you look in the mirror, you have a feeling attached to a negative thought. and you speak it. Comes right back to you, perfectly natural, right on time. So in the beginning, you're trying to change that. And if that means quit talking, then quit talking. Our words are extremely powerful. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. How many negative words are coming out of your mouth a day? In a lot of it's your inner talk. You really have to pay attention to what am I saying about myself or to myself all the time when I'm talking to myself. Right? And you got to start changing that to the best of your ability. And I've given you every kind of tool you can think about to do that. So you just have to keep doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Right? Pretty soon you change that belief. So we've created our fantasy, right? And we're just trying to just impress it into our subconscious constantly. But if it doesn't feel attainable or real, you just keep going. And you just, that 5 minutes a day for three times a day, right? I want you to get to 20 minutes a day, 3 times a day. You're just imagining you are that person. You're in that reality. You already have attained everything, right? The law of assumption. You start to, when you go to a movie theater or you watch a movie, we know it's not real. But we suspend our disbelief and we get into the movie as it's real. That's what you have to do with your feeling in your fantasy. You have to suspend the disbelief and get involved in it, emotionally involved in it, and be the actor in that movie. And daydream about it and fall in love with it and fantasize about it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And you're doing action steps every day towards that outcome, right? And then pretty soon you start changing the way you dress, and you start changing the way your hair, and you start becoming that person. How would they talk? How would they walk? Right? Do they have money? Okay, then I need to act like I have money. Like, you start acting like that person. Pretty soon you believe you are that person, and pretty soon you just step into that reality. But you have to suspend your disbelief. Next time you watch a movie or a Netflix or whatever it is you do, pause it and be like, I know this isn't real, but why do I get like I feel scared, or I feel angry, or I feel happy at the things that are going on in this movie, even though they're acting? Because you suspend your disbelief. You let go. You're just enjoying the experience. For some of you, that's all you need to do to have a quantum leap. You got your fantasy, but you keep looking at your results. What is that going to do for you? It's going to keep you stuck. Quit looking at your results. Keep looking at your fantasy and try not to look at your results. Pretty soon your results will start to change. I promise you. You can't outpicture your feelings. Your subconscious will never bring to you anything more than what it believes you think you are. And it knows what you think you are through your feelings. I'm going to give you guys a little nugget here. This is for the people that are in not such a good environment. And I can relate to this. I've been there. An emotion lasts 90 seconds to 120 seconds. So 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. So if somebody's going off on a rant and you can help it, don't say anything for 2 minutes. Just don't say anything. Let that emotion wash over them like a wave. Let them wear themselves out. Rant, 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 rant. Do not give it any emotion. Do not say anything. Even if they're saying, say something, blah, blah, blah. Just smile, relax. Don't give it any energy. Let that thing wash over them like a wave. I promise you, within 2 minutes, there will change. Then you can respond with something good. I'm sorry you're feeling that way. I love you. Right? But what I'm doing is important to me. Right? Or whatever the scenario was. But 90 seconds to 1.20 minutes. 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. What happens usually is they fire up, and then you get fired up, and then they get more fired up, then you get more fired up, and then pretty soon it's a heated battle. Right? You're going to start acting like a kung fu master, and you're just going to dodge those things until they calm down, and then you're going to give them a hug. I promise you, game changer. So, thanks guys. Keep liking and subscribing. I'm excited. This next video is going to be a little bit on what Blake's going to be doing, and we're going to need some of you. We're extremely excited. So, thanks guys. Bye.